Alright, guys. Um, fair warning, this one's not gonna be fun. Okay? So, yeah, just a fair warning. The content that I'm gonna be explaining in this is not great. I recommend you go read it yourself. It is a very, very good tale. Very, very good story. Okay? But it will fuck you up. Like, straight up. Dead ass. Personally, it made me feel sick. I was gagging at times. Seriously. All right, but there are depictions of of sexual abuse, uh, regular abuse, substance abuse, and just overall intercourse. Okay, so yeah, if you're willing to go read it, go read it. But if not, then yeah, this warning was for you. Okay, let's do this. So, I read Metamorphosis, as the title says, and it was among one of the worst experiences I've ever had in my life, reading or watching anything in any media ever. It made me feel like I just finished reading it and I still feel sick. I started reading it like 2 hours ago. I feel abhorrent right now. I read the entire thing in one sitting because you can do that. It's not that long. Okay, but I just feel gross. Like, I feel like I'm going to throw up. I feel sick right now. So, yeah. Essentially, I'm going to give an overview right now, but if you want to have like a detailed breakdown chapter by chapter, I will do that while I'm reading it off to the side. Okay, obviously off to the side because it's technically a doujinshi, so it has like nudity and stuff, so I can't really read it on camera. Right? But I will do an overview if you want to see that. If you want to see that, please let me know down below in the comments. Okay. I'm willing to read it one more time, even though I don't really want to, but I will. Okay. So the general overview is this girl. There's this kind of this nerd girl, okay, who just graduated. I'm not sure if she just graduated junior high or high school. Either way, it's still fine. Okay, let's say she does graduate junior high because it's her first day of high school, it says in the story. Okay, so she graduates junior high. On graduation day of her junior high, she meets a dude. Okay, this guy, his name's Hayato. Okay, and this girl's name is Saki. Okay, so Saki and Hayato, all right, they talked just for that day. Right, she was picking up a magazine, a catalog, like a fashion catalog, okay, because she had a revelation. She was like, okay, I'm gonna start going out more, and she did. She started going out more, okay, and then on one of her trips out, she meets this guy Hayato, okay. So Hayato flirts with her a little bit, and because she's never been flirted with at all, and honestly is not very bright at all. I mean, she might be book smart, but she's definitely not street smart. Okay, you'll see that in this book. Okay, but yeah, Hayato, they go to a karaoke bar. Okay, he buys her alcohol. This is already not going well, and she just goes along with it. Okay, but then he offers her a pill. She takes it. So does he. And how do I say this? They end up fucking. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happens. Okay, but in like this like she has an awakening. She's like, "Whoa, this is like really awesome." Like having sex while high is super awesome, she says in her own mind. Personally, I'd never in this situation, okay? Don't do drugs. It's really bad for you and you will see if you go read it, okay? I'm not leaving any links. Go fucking look for it yourself, okay? But go read it. It will tell you drugs are bad. Don't be a prostitute. And overall, just fucking like make good decisions. Okay, so yeah. So from here, she goes home, okay, and she can't stop thinking about it. And then they meet up periodically, and then her friends at school, okay, say, you know how you can get really cool stuff, really good money, okay, is by going out with older dudes, which is actually, unfortunately, a reality in Japan, okay? I'm sure it's a reality in a lot of places, actually, but that is a reality in Japan, okay? So, yeah, you go out with this older dude, go get dinner, it's free, okay? So she does that, right? But this guy pops down, I don't remember how much it was, but it was like 10,000 yen or something like that. It's honestly not that much in American dollars. Okay. For him to let him fuck her. Okay, and then she does. She lets it happen. All right. And she said like she and because her and Hayato are dating at this point technically, right? She like has a revelation that cheating is actually amazing. It feels great. Personally, I have never. Okay, so I wouldn't know. All right. So yeah, from this point on, she's basically a prostitute, but not really. Okay, she sets up appointments with older guys. You know, they fuck. She gets money. It is what it is. Okay, but then she's just chilling at the crib one day. Okay, and her dad like notices she looks like her mom when she was younger. Okay, Saki looks like her mom when she was younger. Okay, so her dad goes out, gets plastered, comes back, and basically fucking rapes her. That's basically what happens, yeah. So yeah, but during this time, let me anticize this. Let me just put an emphasis on this. During this time, she's fucking random dudes that just pay her. Hayato and now her dad, that's three partners at the very least per day. So it's basically just all day, every day, okay? You really shouldn't do anything all day, any day, okay? But, yeah. But basically, her dad rapes her. Her mom figures it out, okay? But her dad is able to twist it to make it seem like she came onto him, okay? I don't know who thinks that works anyway. Then she gets kicked out. Okay, Hayato takes her, okay? Basically becomes her pimp. Yeah, pretty much. Okay? Then she meets this guy named Obata-san, okay, at a bar that Hayato frequents, and she figures out that Hayato is in a lot of debt, like 1,000,000 yen in debt. Let me see here real quick what 1,000,000 yen is, but I think it's like a lot. 1,000,000 yen. 1,000,000 yen to USD is about $7,000. Okay. Yeah, 1,000,000 yen is about $7,000. Okay, so he's like 7K in debt, and Hayato, okay, thinks it's an amazing idea to introduce Saki to cocaine. All right, so she does it because she doesn't really have a choice, or at least that's what it makes it seem like. Okay, and then during this, like obviously they take turns on her. I'm not gonna like reiterate that because it's like obvious what I'm talking about. Okay. And then Obita-san kind of makes an ultimatum, more or less. Like, hey, yeah, I'll like cut the debt down a little bit if you do this for me, and she does it, you know. And then, for some reason, there's this other dude that comes in, these other guys that come in, okay, and Hayato gives her more cocaine. She does all of it, and he pierces her. He pierces her breasts and her genitalia. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. And then all the guys, take turns on her. It's really bad, really gross. Made me sick, honestly. But yeah, and then from that point on, she's basically a full-time prostitute. Her hair is done blonde, okay? She's pierced. She has tattoos, a tramp stamp. Do you know, if you don't know what a tramp stamp is, fucking look it up. I'm not going to show you, okay? But yeah, she's basically a full-time prostitute now, okay? But she's still, addicted to cocaine, okay? And then she, if she discovers that she's pregnant, she has the abortion, okay? She meets up with a client. The client, like, makes her realize, sort of, like, how fucking worthless she's making herself be, okay? But she doesn't really take that to heart at all. She kind of just, like, reflects on it for, like, 3 seconds and then continues. Alright, but then one day, she is done with an appointment, comes back, and Obata-san and company are not there. Or, yeah, they are there, but Hayato's not there. Okay. She buys heroin. She uses it once and buys some. Okay. And then Hayato discovers that she because he finds the baggie in her purse. Okay, and she says she didn't have money. She got robbed. Oh, wait. No. Okay, she does the heroin. Okay. They basically rape her. They leave her outside in like a dumpster. Then she gets robbed, and then she goes home. That's what happens. That's a sequence of events. Okay, then, of course, because, she bought more than one, she's got the baggie. Okay. Hayato figures this out, and she gets beaten for it and kicked out. Okay, that's basically what happened with her dad too. Found out, beaten for it, kicked out. Okay, so now she has nowhere to go. She goes to Obita-san for help, and basically he gives her an ultimatum. Okay, you can get paid in heroin, or you can get paid in actual money. She chooses the money, but Obita-san gets a turn on her. Okay. Now at this point, she has no options. Okay. So she is homeless. She's on a slide, pleasuring herself for whatever reason. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I didn't make the fucking thing. Okay. Then she has one more swing with 2 homeless people. Yeah. And then we cut to chapter 7, the last and absolute worst chapter in the entire thing by a long shot. Okay. It depends, actually, what you count as worst, but it's bad, alright? This last chapter is atrocious. Okay, so at this point, of course, she's knocked up again. She's full term at this point. Okay. And, she's got to make money somehow, and she doesn't really have any options now. So she continues prostituting. Okay. Okay, that's how the chapter opens. We open with one of those encounters. She gets kicked out of her cardboard box area she was sharing with someone for whatever fucking reason. And then she's walking around. She has saved a lot of money, actually. She's saved tons and tons of money. She saved like millions and millions of yen. Okay. And then her former classmates come. They don't recognize her, though. And they basically publicly humiliate her. Or not publicly, I guess. But yeah. Okay. They fine her. Okay. What they do at first is they tease her a bit because she has saved all this money. Okay. And she says, I've been saving it, for my child that's unborn. And what they do is they beat her, like, pretty relentlessly. At this point, she's already lost a tooth, which is sad. Okay. Honestly, this is a very sad story. Okay. If you want to read it, go read it on your own. Okay. And if you want a more detailed analysis, I will do so. Just link it. Just let me know in the comments, okay? Okay. So, then, basically what happens is, they sexually assault her by shoving a bottle in her. I'm not going to reiterate on that. You already know what that is. And yeah, at this point, she picks herself up, goes to a public restroom, lays down, okay? At this point, she still has, drugs. So she takes all of it in an attempt, I assume, to kill herself. She looks in the mirror and figures out what went wrong, and she fucking breaks, okay? She's sprawled out under the sink of the public restroom, injects, falls asleep, okay? But we get this epilogue that makes it seem like she recovered and had a happy ending, actually, where she's just happy with her kid, okay? But it doesn't matter. This amount of misery just for that little epilogue, that was not worth it to me, okay? All of that pain, all of that suffering, just for a little bit of epilogue is not worth it to me. Okay? Like I said, man, if you want a more detailed thing, I will do it. Okay. Reluctantly, but I will do it. And, yeah, just let me know in the comments. Okay. But yeah, that was Metamorphosis. It was bad. It made me sick. I gagged at points. It's like I feel sick just talking about it. Okay. But yeah, it is a very good cautionary tale. It's quite good. Okay, if you want to scare somebody straight, have them read this. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay? Alright. Don't do drugs. Okay? Wear your seatbelt. Use protection. And don't go to random people to karaoke bars. Alright? Alright. Be good, be safe. See you later. Next video.